Hello and welcome to this channel. It's the first video on it. Some of you'll know me from my Instagram most likely, or from my old channel, or your friends and family, so you definitely know me. But I'm Amy. It's weird doing a channel like this because I currently run a Pokemon and Lego channel, so it's very different to this sort of thing, getting to sit down and chatty again. But this channel is going to be a bit different to my Pokemon Lego one. It's going to be family stuff, vlogs, some hauls, stuff that you see on my Instagram, but a bit longer form stuff. Basically, you'll have some family bits with me, Callum, Aoife, the dog, Izzy. You'll have all of us there and more. So I'll just do a quick introduction in case you don't really know me or you don't know much about me, because you do know me from my Instagram and I don't share as much like this. So my name's Amy. I'm 25 and I'm a first time mum. Like I say, this channel is just going to be like vlogs, etc. I'm looking now, by the way, because I have notes of stuff so I don't forget what I need to mention, because I will. So just going to quickly introduce you to all the family. My little nut job, Aoife, my husband Callum, and our dog Izzy. And then we'll get on with a bit more information about me, the family, and everything that's to come. Aoife's looking for a dada. Hey Dada, we need to introduce you.
Ah, it's a fun.
He's actually scared of being on camera.
England.
And this is Callum.
Hi. Hello. I have no idea what to say. I feel very.
You don't need to say anything, it's fine. This is Izzy. Cuddling Aoife's teddy and my teddy. I have to introduce Aoife as well, because she's here. Say hello. Really? Oh, she's saying hello and everything for you. Hi. Bye bye. Oh, she's got a book. Okay, so I thought I'd start off this by doing a bit of a Q&A thing of stuff like typical mum bits, because I am going to be sharing quite a bit of mum stuff since I am now first time mum. It's what I share on my Instagram, it's what I'm going to share over here. And stuff I'm going to have going on, because when I vlog a week to week thing, or if I'm vlogging something, you're going to see me with Aoife a lot. So I thought I'd give you a bit more information on life as a mum and my experience up to now. And then we'll go from there and you'll see more and more as time goes on through day-to-day life stuff. So starting off, how old was I when I had Aoife? So I got pregnant just before I turned 23 and had her at 24. I turned 25 about 4 months after having her. I'm still 25 now, I turn 26 soon. She just turned 1. The hardest part about being pregnant, now for me this was heartburn, so I suffered from extremely bad heartburn my entire pregnancy. Whereas a lot of people it's sickness, which I did have, but the heartburn was actually causing the sickness to be worse, which is why I really struggled with it. And the only thing I found helped was a lot of milk. I was having banana milkshakes or milk basically to stop the heartburn, because it was at a point where I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get comfy to go to sleep, I couldn't stay asleep, it was really painful. Things I enjoyed, I loved feeling her moving about in my tummy. It was always on things I filmed a lot of stuff of her moving about in my stomach. When I used to lie down, my back should sit, because she used to lie a lot of the time face down with her bum in the air. So I'd have like a cone shaped bump at times because of the way she decided to lie. So I'd lie back and I'd just have a cone shape and not a natural bump. What are the things you heard about childbirth accurate? So I did have quite a short labour, so I didn't go through the long labour side of things. But I will say now, the pain is as bad as I heard it to be. It hurt. I screamed a lot. I can't remember 2 hours of my labour because I was in that much pain. I think I've blacked it out. A lot of people told me, get an epidural. I can't have an epidural. I have something in my brain, basically part of my brain sits at the top of my spine instead of in my head. It's called a Chiari type 1 malformation, meaning I'm not allowed injections into my spine. So I'm not allowed an epidural. If I was to have a cesarean, I'd have to go under full anaesthetic, so I'm not allowed the anaesthetic in the bottom of the spine. So it just means that I couldn't have these parts of the pain relief that other people can have. I was very limited to an injection in my leg, a drip in my hand, and gas and air. That's all I was allowed. So a lot of people are like, oh, have an epidural, you'll find it great. I couldn't go people's recommendations. I couldn't agree though, the pain hurt. Would you handle it differently next time? Yes, so I would have extra pain relief to what I had, which I'll go into more detail about later. but I would have a lot more pain relief than I personally had, because it probably would have helped me a lot more. What advice do I have for someone who's about to have a baby? So I'm going to do this for on the topic of labour. Honestly, listen to your midwife. They will talk you through a lot of it. They will talk you through everything. They will answer any questions you have. They will talk you through any pain relief. They'll advise when they think pain relief would be good, when they think it's good to change positions. They are medically the ones to listen to. However, from my experience, you also know your own body. So I was sat in a certain position at the start of my labour and I knew I wasn't in the right position. I said, no, I need to move. I need to go to a different position. So I moved and I spent 2 hours then of my labour in that position. That's where you need to listen to your own body. Like, you know, if you're not comfortable at all and it isn't working for you, say something and speak up, because they won't notice that as much because you're the one feeling the pain, not them. The hardest part of being a mum, so when she was a newborn, because it's like a year on now since I had her, as a newborn it was sleep. So when I actually gave birth, I hadn't slept for over 24 hours because I didn't sleep the night before I went into hospital because my waters had broke, so I was up and down all night from my waters breaking. Then I gave birth. Oh no, I didn't sleep the night after that because I was having contractions every like 6-7 minutes. Then the night after that I gave birth that night, so I didn't get to bed to go to lie down somewhere until 4:30 in the morning. By the time I started to fall asleep, she'd need feeding, so I didn't get to have any sleep then. I had 3 hours that day, didn't really sleep that night, and then came home next morning and finally got some sleep. And then after that, it's obviously up every 3 hours for a feed. So it was definitely, sleep was the biggest thing I struggled with at the start. We had to really make a schedule for me and Callum. So we found what worked well was I'd take care of Aoife when we went to bed until 5 a.m. Then at 5 o'clock, Callum would get up with her, take her downstairs. He just slept from like 10 till 5. He'd then take Aoife downstairs at 5. And I'd sleep from like 5 till 10, say. And then get up and start the day myself. But he'd take her then so I could get some sleep. Now, still sleep, but that's not the baby's fault, that's my dog's fault more than anything, in pain, because I have a bad hip. It's more like constantly thinking, am I doing enough? So you have constant checks about their progression and stuff, and I'm constantly thinking, is this enough? Is she going to have learnt enough? Is she going to, they're going to think, oh yeah, that's fine, she's learnt plenty. And it's that constant thing, because I'm a stay-at-home mum, I'm the one who is doing all the stuff like with her. And it's hard because Callum luckily works from home. He's only in his office, so he does loads with her as well. We have Callum's mum who does loads. But it is always that question, is it enough what we're doing to then progress her in the right way for what everyone wants, what the health visitors going to want and stuff. It's always that question. What is the most rewarding part of being a mum? So for me, it's when, there's certain times of the day, especially she does this, when she's tired she does it a lot. But when she gives you that really cute smile, because she just knows who you are, she's being quite cheeky. So it's like, if you say to her, can you say mama? She'll go, dada. And it's like, she knows she can say mama. She can say mama for the fun of it. But she knows she's being cheeky by saying the wrong one. And then also, when she just comes and gives you a big cuddle, which is when she's tired, she'll come over with her dummy and her teddy Sven in her hands. That's when she's tired, and she just comes over and gives you big cuddles and wants to get ready to go to bed. I love that moment because it's so lovely. And also just seeing her grow and progress. So as I see different changes every week with her. Like, there was the other day she woke up and I looked at Callum and went, she's changed. I could just see she had changed. And watching her grow and hit milestones more and more every day is one of the most rewarding moments. Most surprising thing about being a mum, as much as like the surprising thing of you do not understand how much you can love someone until you have a child, like, honestly, it's also how it can be lonely being a mum. So like I say, I am very lucky to have Callum at home. His mum comes round. It's really good. I do live away from my family. My family are in England, we live in Scotland. But it's a case of like, I now luckily have a friend who lives literally around the corner with a little girl the same age. So I have her now. But at first it is quite lonely because when I first came out of hospital, my family stayed for a week and they left. My grandma came a few weeks later. But in between that, yes, Callum's there, his mum's there, his sister's come to visit. I won't go in many places because I'm not allowed to go many places on my own due to health issues. So I'm very much like stuck in the house a lot to what I'd like to be, which straight away I don't meet many people because of that. I see the same people every day. And I know some people have mentioned it as well. It can get very lonely, mum life, because your friends don't understand the kids side of things yet as well. So you are trying to find mum friends in amongst it all. My best memory involving my child. My best memory involving Aoife. There's so many. There's like when she first laughed. There's some brilliant videos of her laughing. When she laughs too much, she gets hiccups still to this day. And it's one of my favourite things to sit and watch when she gets laughing so much and then a hiccup start. But one that sticks in my mind, and I will insert the video after this, is Aoife learning to walk. So she's done a few steps here and there. She's been doing 3 steps, 4 steps, all this little bits, but not very far. Then we have a massive alcove area in our kitchen, like an alcove, a big like archway into the kitchen. And I have uploaded this on my Instagram as well, this video that I'm going to insert. But it's the fact that she takes a step, and every step she applauds herself on the way across this archway. And I'm lucky to have got this on video. Sorry, I need to cough. Choking myself. But I just remember that and it being amazing. She just stood clapping every time she did a step. Like, she knew she was doing something different and new, and she was so happy with herself as well. And me and Callum were cheering her on the whole way of this. Since then, she hasn't stopped walking, and oh my god, she never stops.
No more. Not the clapping, the stepping. Come on, you take a step, can you? Come on.
You lose your balance from waving like that.
Come on. Come on. Oh, you're gonna fall, aren't you? Oh no. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're nearly there. There you go. Come on, you can do this. Come on.
Come on, Eve.
Come on. Oh, you're nearly there. Come on. Come on. Huh?
Yeah. Well done. Keep going, good girl. Yeah. Go on, another. You hit your record. Yes. Wow, that was a lot. Oh my. Oh my word. I'll just walk from one side to the other. The most exciting milestone so far, like I say, all of them are really exciting as you come across them. So it was like when she learned to sit up and when she learned to crawl. I still remember that clearly. We were at Callum's grand's and she just randomly started crawling, starting to walk, stand up on her own. And I remember all these little things like her rolling over. I have videos and videos of all this on my Instagram. You've probably seen them. They are amazing and I love every single one as they come. But currently right now the exciting thing is her talking. She's starting to talk and communicate with us more, and she's doing little bits of sign language. She watches Miss Rachel for littles. Most mums will know of Miss Rachel, so she likes, recently the new thing is more. It's constantly this for more. Don't know what she wants more of, but she tells me she wants more, so I have to figure that out every time. But it's words like she says mama, dada, baby. Baby's one of her favourites at the moment. Everything's a baby. One of the dogs is a baby. He's Callum's mum's dog. She says Izzy. I don't think she's all the words. She'll say hi and bye when she's in the mood. But it's like constantly evolving her speech and more is coming through. It's like she's learned different small signs for things and that. And it's like she'll tell you where her head is, where her tummy is. She loves showing you where her head and her tummy are. And it's all these little things that are now starting to come across that she can communicate with us. It's like she's becoming this proper little human. And that's been the most like exciting thing for me to now witness. Especially looking back at the old photos and videos, to now see her today is amazing. Similarities between me and Aoife. We look very alike, so I'll see if I've got any baby pictures of me I can insert here and a picture of Aoife. But we look very alike. Everyone always says it, and then if not me, then she looks like her auntie, Callum's sister. She likes to perform, to say. I always loved performing as a kid. I still love acting, drama, all that. I did a degree in it. Aoife, if you sing a song, she'll do all the actions. She loves sitting there and doing songs constantly. If she's doing something, she wants to make sure everyone is watching and doing it with her as well. So if we'll be doing row, row, row your boat, when it comes to scream, she'll look at everyone to make sure you are watching her and she's going to scream and you're going to applaud and scream with her. That is how she is. And she also doesn't shut up, which my family can vouch. I do not shut up. Hence, this sort of thing is ideal for me. Did you imagine you'd be a mum at 24? So once over, I actually didn't want kids. I'm the eldest of 6, so I'd kind of had it at one point with any more things to do with children. But it was around middle of university I decided I did want kids, and I always wanted them around my mid-20s, and it was kind of like my cut-off area-ish for having kids. And 24 just a little bit before I'd planned originally anyway, so it worked out really well having her when we did, and it works really well now if we want more. We've got the time to have more before I really don't want to be having many more children. Describe Aoife in one sentence. Now there's many things I could describe Aoife as, but I think the best way to put her personality is she's lovely, loving and beautiful, and she knows it. She knows it. Quite like her Auntie Char. Yeah, she's very like her auntie. Have I changed much as a person since becoming a mum? Physically, a lot. Like, there was the stretch marks. I was really big when I was pregnant. Like, she was massive. She was only £8.3 when she was born, but my bump was huge. And my skin stretched quick, which meant I got stretch marks very easily. So I have got stretch marks for days. But I'm also, like, quite proud of the fact I have them, because I grew a baby and I've got something to show for it, and that's that. I grew a child. I'm proud of my body. I grew a child. So what if there's marks to show it? And also from a mental point of view, is my first thought in everything is Aoife. So I'll get up in the morning and think, right, what does Aoife need? Are we doing something? Is this going to affect her? The first thought in my mind and first I put before everything else is Aoife now. And it's just a completely different mindset that you don't train. It just happens when you have a baby most of the time. Some people it doesn't, which is the way it is. Like, fair enough, that doesn't happen. But for me, it just naturally kind of went, she's number one priority to me, and I don't care about anything else. If she's not happy, I'm not happy, and that's that. Because of that though, my anxiety has very much increased, because I'm constantly on, because she had like a rash the other day, and it was just a heat rash, but my brain went, oh my god, and I had to make sure, like, get that sorted, because I was panicking something was wrong. There's nothing wrong, just a heat rash. She's like me and her dad, has sensitive skin, she gets warm easily, that's all it is. Favourite and least favourite parts of the day? Oh, favourite, could I say nap time? This time's nap time is heaven, because I'm tired. Like I say, not because of her, because of the dog. Izzy likes to be up in the night. You'll heard about that if you're on my Instagram, because I've mentioned it many a time. But no, my favourite part is all the happy and cuddly moments, like seeing her coming cuddling and seeing her all happy, and like she'll have these little times in the day when she's really, really happy, and like she'll be playing on her own sometimes, and you can just see the happiness in her playing with some of her toys. The least favourite is probably actually is nap time or nappy changes. She isn't a fan of having a nappy done because she doesn't like being constrained or anything. So when you're doing her nappy, she has to stay somewhere. She doesn't like that. She wants to go. The other day she actually escaped Callum when he was doing her bum. Completely naked, legs it. Yeah, we had to catch her. She managed to not do anything, which was lucky. But a nap time, if you catch her perfect, 5-minute job to get her to sleep. You take her upstairs, put her in a cot, stand with your hand on her for 5 minutes on her belly, help make sure she knows you're there. After 5 minutes she's out and you can leave. But if you catch her wrong and she's slightly overtired or not tired enough, you've got an hour's fight on your hand, because she will just run around her cot. She will throw her dummy everywhere. You have got an hour of just constant back and forth trying to get her down to sleep. Baby names you didn't agree on. So Callum and I are both very, very picky with baby names. So we both have a boy name that we wanted after his dad and my granddad. So we both, when we started dating, said, this is what I'd want for a boy. Same name, brilliant, done. And we only have one other boy's name that we like. Girls' names, Aoife was originally going to be called Catherine, after Callum's mum. Then my mum mentioned, oh, what's the Irish name? It's spelled like Aoife. I went, oh, Aoife. And it grew on us more and more, and that's why we came to it. But we only had like a list of 4 to 5 girls' names that we actually both agree on, because we're both very picky about them. More picky with girls than boys. So I think if we went through boys' names, we'd probably have quite a list, but we just know what we want. But girls, we are really picky on. It's like, if we have another girl, we already know what name we want because we are so picky. Do we co-sleep? So for a short period of time we did. So when Aoife was first born, I had her in a cot all the time. She slept in a cot. Then we had a car accident around a year ago and I really hurt my back. So I was sleeping in the spare bedroom and Callum was taking Aoife at night, but he was also working in the mornings. So for him to get sleep, he had to co-sleep to get some sleep, but she was fine. He made sure he did it all safely. She co-slept until around January then because I wasn't in any state. I'm still not really much of a state to be up, down because of my back. And it got to about January, February and we went, right, we need to try to get her in a cot. So we started doing like, we'd rock her to sleep. When she fell asleep, put her in and she'd be fine, just put white noise on. And it's slowly evolved since then into, in the last like month, she started going up in a cot. We took her, put her in a cot. She's gone to sleep in the cot and that's that. And then she'd sleep for the night and she's the same at nap times. But until about then, around February, she was sleeping and co-sleeping because it was the easiest thing for us at the time. And at the end of the day, I know I co-slept the baby. I know my brother and sister did. And end of the day, we've not had a problem with it. I know some families have. But for us, it worked well. And it worked for our situation at the time. Next child, I probably don't want to co-sleep. Only because of my back being the way it is. I can't cope with them in the bed. Because that was the other problem we had, was I slept in the spare room a lot while Aoife was co-sleeping because I'm very wary of her being in the bed. I can't sleep very well because of it, and that means I'm not getting the sleep to recover for my back. I'm sleeping in weird positions so I don't end up too close or anything like that, and I'm really wary constantly, so it meant I was actually worse off. But I couldn't also do the up down, lifting her in and out of this cot every 5-10 minutes to keep her down. So the next one I want to try and start them in the cot and they're staying in that cot. They are not coming back out. We think we're going to do a next to me crib next time though, which will help with that. So it's similar to co-sleeping, but they have their own space. And then they have their own space and it should be easier to transition away from the bed. So 3 hospital bag must-haves. So these aren't actually like medical stuff and that. Like obviously your pyjamas, your clothes, nipple covers, pads, all this. You get a list of that from your midwife, from your doctor. You can get it online anywhere. That list, stick to it. Trust me, we use more or less everything in our bags. But especially if you're induced snacks, if not, you do need them anyway if you're going to be staying in a few days, because believe me, we went through the snacks. I'd say entertainment, because again, I was in for a bit, so when she's sleeping and I can't sleep or something, or if I'm up in the night and can't fall asleep, I need something to do because you have nothing to do in there. So it's having stuff to do, take yourself some entertainment. And also I suggest something like your own blanket or pillows, just a home comfort, because hospital beds are hospital beds. They're not anything luxurious. And if you're wanting to sleep especially, I'd take something like that with you. I will be doing next time. So what type of labour did I have? So on the 28th of May, my waters broke, went to hospital, got seen, they said, right, we'll bring you in tomorrow to be induced. I went in at 1, had the pessary put in then, and I should have been going down at 8 for the drip because I was down as needing to go down quite quick because my waters had broken on their own the night prior. However, there was many emergencies came in, so I didn't actually get down till 3 o'clock the next day for the drip, so the Monday. On the Monday I got the drip put in at 3, and my contractions were still 3 minutes apart, but they were 2 to 3 minutes apart, and they weren't hurting me that much, so it was really weird. Like, I was able to just sit and relax throughout all of them. And then at about 9 o'clock, my labour started properly. I got really went into active labour, and put it this way, by 10 to 1 she was born. I only had like 3.5 hour labour, actual active labour, and I'm very lucky with that. Like I say, 2 hours of it are a complete blank to me. I don't remember a lot of that. But then also I only had gas and air as well, so it was very painful 3 hours. I only had gas and air because by the time I gave birth was when the gas and air would roundabout stop working a lot, and I'd have had the injection into my leg. Turns out I just had gas and air and she came out. She was very determined to come out, I will say that. She tried to come at 7 centimetres. It wasn't happening. So I gave birth at 10 to 1 in the morning with her. after a 3-hour labour. And bearing in mind at this point, I probably hadn't slept since about midnight on the Saturday, and I gave birth at 10 to 1 on the Tuesday morning. So the 28th through to the 31st, I hadn't really slept. So I was running off complete adrenaline. They're saying your blood pressure is high or the whole time in the hospital. I'm like, probably because I haven't slept for more than 2 hours tops. Have I ever been mum shamed? Never to my face. However, the only thing with doing stuff like Instagram, YouTube, etc. is you will get the odd comment. So I remember putting a video on of Aoife on Instagram, and she kept flipping the camera around like she was moving my phone to like video the couch and then video herself, and she thought it was really funny, like peekaboo sort of thing. And someone decided to come out with a comment of, oh, this is the issue with today's society, kids and screens, and really berating me for it. I didn't reply, ignored it. But I'm also, because I think, well, no, that's just the way society's changing. She doesn't have a screen permanently. She just likes playing peekaboo with herself. That's the point of the video. And you do not warrant a response. As much as I'd love to say, no, you're the problem, coming out with comments to shame people and shame mums when it's none of your business. Because I don't think there's any reason to be mum shamed ever. Any day everyone raises their child differently. So why mum shame somebody? Advice I'd give a new mum. So for advice I give to a new mum, it's pick and choose the advice you take. Because so many people will give you advice and everyone's so quick to comment on your parenting and they want to parent your child for you, that everyone has something to say. But only you know your child and your household and your life the best. So you know what's best, and yes, listen to some advice and maybe go, oh, I might try that if something isn't working. But don't take everything as absolutely, I have to abide by this and this rule. It isn't a rule, it's advice, end of the day. As long as you've got a healthy, happy baby, that's what the big concern is. After that, it shouldn't be anyone's business. And it says, for this it was like a mum crush, but basically mum that I follow on social media, that I'm friends with, that I would definitely suggest go giving a follow on Instagram. She's called Mel. Her page is Mel's Family Life. She has 2 wonderful kids. Aoife loves playing with them absolutely all the time. And honestly, I'd say go give her a follow because she is an amazing mum to her 2 kids. How she does it, I don't know, so I don't think I could do it right now. But she does amazing, and you really can see that through her social media, through her Instagram. So I'd say definitely go give her a follow. But I think that's everything for this first video. It's quite a long one. I do apologise, I'm very chatty and that, but I thought you want to know a bit more about me being a mum, a bit about the family, before we kind of jump into everything. So next video is going to be a haul. I have loads of Temu stuff. If you see my Instagram, you know I get a lot of Temu. But until then, please give this comment. Please give this video a like and leave a comment below saying stuff you'd like to see on this channel more in the future. I do also still post on my Pokemon Lego channel, so if you're interested in that, go pop over to that. I'll pop it in the description along with my Instagram. As you can see, I'm kind of surrounded by bits of Pokemon and that right now. And yeah, please subscribe to see more of this stuff. Like I say, there'll be hauls, there'll be vlogs. I'm going down south to visit my family soon, so there'll be pack with me's, and there will be a vlog visiting my family where you get to see more of my family from England. And then I've also got like a holiday where I think I'm going to vlog a bit, so there's all sorts coming up, both mum content and just my life, as well as hauls in between and stuff we found works for us well as parents. So I've got like certain things I'd say is a must-have. Would you want to see something like that? What's a must-have as a first-time mum? But thanks anyway. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!